Alright, social media land groupies, today I'm taking you with me on the Daily Hustle, so let's get to it. Started out the week with some appliance repair calls. The dryer that I started working on had a tension pulley that was squealing like it was a wild hog running from a Sasquatch. Plus the hole on the bearing pulley was wallowed out like a mine shaft. Now, of course, this reminded me of my ex, so I did replace it with something much newer, smoother, and tighter. On top of that, the damn heating element was burned out like an old school hippie at a Woodstock concert. While I was there, I pulled out my multimeter here, I put it on all of her other sensors, thermostats, things like that, and made sure everything was good to go. At the end of the day, ended up fixing this lady's dryer for the low price of a hit and run. But at the end of the day, when her old man come home, he can give her the money for what I charged her. After all this, I was hit pretty hard with a few dozen handyman calls. Since I work with several property management companies, landlords, homeowners, they all like to call me up for a quickie from time to time. That's whenever I go in and out real quick. Of course, I like jobs that are quickies, because all I got to do is go in, hit it, and quit it. Call me up and say a light fixture ain't working. I go in, test it out, put a new ballast on, and out the door I go. You get just about everything you could possibly get. It looked like this one elderly tenant was having a wheelchair derby inside her apartment. Because I'll go in and there'll be holes knocked in the wall all over the place. Go in and it'll be a patch here, a patch there, a patch over here, a patch over there. You just really never know what you're going to run into. Now, this one property management company that I deal with has a bunch of properties that they're trying to upgrade some of the GFCI receptacles and the breakers. So I'll get a bunch of calls on those. Sometimes tenants will be moving out, or they'll give me one or two at a time to go in and do throughout the week. Or I'll get those random calls where one is malfunctioning and I'll just go ahead and do everything that they normally want me to do while I'm in there. This same company has also hired me to hardwire a bunch of smoke detectors into all of their properties. They said they want one in every bedroom and every floor, at least within 20 foot of a bedroom. And that's a lot of damn smoke detectors, but at the end of the day, that's job security right there. If they own anywhere between 6 and 8 properties and have between 2 to 4 bedroom units, it's a good consecutive payday for a good long time. The other cool thing is, if I'm there on site doing these repairs, and I happen to notice any other damages or upgrades that need to be done, I'll talk to the owner about it, and typically they'll call me back out to do those upgrade and repairs later on. The other great thing about taking on jobs like this is the fact that I ain't dealing with a lot of people. I'm dealing with the people who are telling me to do the repairs. I'm also dealing with the tenants and anyone who is around the tenants at the time. Sometimes they'll pop up and say, what else do you do on the side? And I'll talk to them about the different things that I fix. Next thing you know, they're hiring me to go work on their car, or they might have a friend or family member who wants me to come do some work for them on the side. Now, sadly, I did pick up a side job. For this particular job, I helped lay the new cornerstone for Joe Biden's presidential retirement library. Right after I got done with that, I got slammed with a bunch of remodeling jobs and took my mind off of it. This first apartment that I dealt with had some of the ugliest green carpet that I've ever seen. And the only time green really looks good on carpet is whenever it's got a bunch of dead presidents on it. Or if it's one of those poolside carpets where you can sit back, relax, and look at all the bikinis and martinis sitting around. You clearly see I transformed this apartment like I was a plastic surgeon for homes. Whenever I started on it, this thing was as appealing as Michelle Obama. Whenever I got done with it, it was like Melania Trump. The way I figure someone would want to rent the original apartment with all that green carpet is if they had their drunk glasses on. That's like going to a bar, getting drunk, and bringing home this version of Madonna. Now that it's been completely remodeled, it's got the appeal of this right here. Hell yes, I'd rent that place. But anyhow, I went straight from remodeling this one and jumped into another one. As you can see, this has been lived in for a good long time. But I did have to patch up a lot of the damage on this one. I had to cover up all the ugly, so to speak. The way I figured, it's like a lot of these women out here on social media. They're out here using Instagram, using all these filters, covering things up. Makes everything more appealing than what it actually is. So I painted this thing top to bottom, done all the repairs that I needed to do to it. And once you sign a lease and somebody gets inside it, it's going to feel good anyway. And of course, I had one or two more like this that needed a facelift. Paint's one of the greatest things in the world. It's like makeup for walls. Went through, touched everything up, painted everything floor to ceiling. When I was done with that, I collected my payday, went and bought myself a tool, got all my daughters everything that they needed for the week, and then I watched the government take the rest of it and send it over to a foreign country that hates our guts. Anyhow, if you like content like this, let me know by commenting down below. Now, this channel is not monetized, but if you want to support this channel, I sure would appreciate the help. One of the sexiest things that you can see inside of an email is to open it up and see that Amazon gift card number right there. To me, buying a pair of Knipex pliers is more appealing than buying this for the night. I mean, come on now, I'm a tool whore, I'm easy to please. But in all seriousness, if you like tested in the trades content and you want to support real American tradesmen, all you gotta do is check out these social media platforms, follow along, or pop that clutch and subscribe.